Hello everyone, welcome back to Rage Against the Dice. This is another edition of Paint with Nate. I'm Nate, and this is Paint. So, what you can see before you is two dragons from the Nolzur's Marvelous Minis line. We have on our left a bronze dragon, and on our right a brass dragon. So, what we're going to be doing today is looking at how to differentiate two dragons which are essentially very similar in coloration, like bronze and brass. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take some inspiration from the monster manual and I'm going to show you a few tricks. So if I just put those out the way for a second and bring in the 5th edition monster manual. As you can look, there's the brass dragon, and Kev's gonna put up some easier to look at images, but this is my color reference. You've got the brass dragon there, which has almost a reddy tinge to it. And we have the bronze, which is a bit more greenish. So straight away we have some color differentiation we can do. But I want to go a little bit further than just make these look like gold dragons with different trims. So, with having the different tinges, I'm going to start with a wash. And how I'm going to do this is, well, I should say, these have both been base coated in Retributor Gold, which I showed you before. There it is. So, from the base coat which the models came in, I'll clean them up, kind of reprimed them a bit, and then gave them a base coat of Citadel Retributor Gold, because it gives you a nice even coat. It goes on nicely enough, and that's gotta be a good place to start. From there, for the brass dragon, I'm going to start with Citadel Reichland Flesh Shade. This because it's got quite a warm reddish tinge to it. And I won't go crazy, I'll just show you a little bit, and then I'll do the rest off camera. But start on the wing here. Yeah, you can see that as well as I can now. What I'm going to do is give it a... that's really nice actually. It's going over nicely. It's changing the colour of the gold slightly, but it's also just giving a much more warm hint than it would have had otherwise. Now, my wash discipline, because these are very deep detailed models, so they do actually take up a lot of ink, which then can pool, so be careful with that. Kind of keep an eye on your model as it's drying, because you'll get little puddles in it. But basically what I do is I put a lot of ink on, I push it around till the surface tension breaks as it dries a bit, and then it sets much nicer. But just go back every once in a while where it's pooling here. See how it's pooled up there? Just then use that somewhere else. Just kind of, so take your time, return to where you've been. Just make sure you've got no pools, and then you end up with, oh, you can see there already I've got a reddish tint to the gold, which is exactly what I want. So for now, I'm going to put that to one side. I'm just going to finish my vein there, so I haven't got an overlapping transition when I come back, because that will not look good. But that so far looks good. It's got, I don't want red, but I want a reddish hint to it. I want to warm up that gold to make it brass. But I and you know that brass really isn't this color, but brass dragons are. So onto the bronze, which, as you can see from the artwork, has a bit duller brownish color on the scales with green trim. So this time I'm going to use Citadel, Seraphim, Sepia. And exactly the same thing. Oh, before that, see, again, that's exactly what I was talking about. See how that, just while I've been chatting on, has pooled? So I'm just going to quickly spread a little bit more of that out. That's what you've got to look out for when you're doing these dragons. A lot of the Nolzur stuff, because it's got this beautiful deep detail which acts as a wash channel. Which, I mean, look out on the neck, it's crazy. So just gotta keep an eye on it, basically. But sorry about this. But I'm the rescue model, so it looks better for you guys later. Yeah, it's going nuts. Absolutely loads. Because well, you can see it goes down the veins and the wings. Right, anywho, I'll revisit that. So I'll get my Sophia, or Sophia, whoever she is, don't tell my wife. And I'm going to do the same thing. This time, it's giving me a browner tint. Actually, you know what? I think that'll look better when the gold dragon comes out. So, that's not as dark as I was expecting. So, you're watching me learn live on camera. So, I will get out... Where are you? Well, I'm going to get out... Sorry about that. I will get out some Agrax Earthshade. Because that Sepia is still a little bit too warm. I think that'll look perfect when the gold... There we go. I think that Sepia will look perfect on the gold dragon. When Nolzur's eventually release it. But WizKids. Nolzur's is a fictional character. Don't mind me. Just the walls of reality are breaking down live on camera. So there we go. So exact same thing. Not the most exciting thing in the world watching somebody do an ink wash. You probably don't need a tutorial on this, but be warned that this stuff does like to pool quite a bit. So it's worth mentioning that, just so if you kind of ink it and then go away, get a sandwich, come back, you've got these really ugly pools that you've got to deal with. Try to save you that heartache. So there we go. That is going to be... I'm going to start this bad boy off. And you can see already there's a difference in tone. So we're already starting to differentiate them here. And I'm going to leave that there. Well, I'm going to leave the video here. I'm going to be inking for a while because there's a lot of surface area. But hope that helps. And you join me next time to watch more of the journey into getting these guys looking different. So thanks for watching. Pray the dice gods may smile upon you. And I'll see you next time. Alright, just a quick follow-up. As you can see, the ink washes are now done, and hopefully you can see now that they're already starting to look like different metallic colors, and not just two gold dragons with different shades. So that's why I'm going to leave it here. But I just thought I'd put a quick update at the end of the video so you can see the finished product of the ink wash, not the whole thing. Okay, thanks. Bye.